Right, hi everyone, this is going to be a self-love and empowerment message for whenever you find it. Self-love and empowerment September, which sometimes I'm forgetting to do. I've kept up with most of them though. Right, so this will just resonate when it resonates, and it might not even be for you. It's for your inner divine masculine, your inner divine feminine. If it fits for a twin flame connection as well, then it does, but focus on you. That's very much the vibe of right now, I would say. Right, so what have we got for your divine feminine energy? Plant yourself here. Integration, embodiment, grounded action. I feel this is about a deep sense of grounding needed for divine feminines, because I feel there's a lot of, well, I don't feel, I know for a fact, there's a lot of spiritual attack, a lot of spiritual warfare, a lot of fuckery and Mercury retrograde confusion going on. So it's really important that you do what you can to stay grounded. Like again, it's quite interesting. Like one of my best pals, I haven't actually. It's crazy. Like again, I've got again. When you get to this sort of stage in the game of Ascension, but definitely like I was about to say like life, I've got a few, like quite a few friends, but Christ, I used to have loads more. But yeah, they're all my best friends, but some of them I don't see for like, and I usually just see people one on one, you know what I mean? There's a few select few that I might meet up in a kind of group, but not really these days. But anyway, long story short, this is my best pal that whenever I'm upset or I don't know, just maybe not even, I don't even need to be upset, I just kind of need one company, which is rare. You know, it is rare most of the time for me. I want to be alone, especially if I was upset as well. But it was kind of funny. It was like, yeah. Anyway, long story short, like I'm like one of my friends is we're having tea, and that's what I need. You know what I mean? I just need some grounding, and yeah. So right. So what else do feminines need? Oh my god, you're kidding. This is so mental how that keeps coming out. Caffeine free. And I'm still caffeine free. But again, I'm actually really looking forward to when I can have the coffee again. Do you know, I had, because I can't lie, right? Um, it's funny I just said that because I do feel there's a lot of deception going on as well, and I just said I can't lie. Anyway, um, like I feel there's a lot of secrets coming out and deception, and yeah, that's what I feel. That's what I can feel there. In the world and in personal situations, wherever that is. But yeah, I had a decaf cappuccino when I was going to see my other best pal actually yesterday. When I was going on the train, and it was horrible. Like, oh, it was horrible. And I've had decaf coffee before. I don't tell the difference between decaf tea and coffee, but it was really so. But maybe that's because I haven't been having caffeine. You see, I think that does happen. Um, but yeah, anyway, it says, Dear Archangel Raphael, I ask that you cut my cord and attachment to caffeine so I may honour my body's natural rhythms without chemicals. Yeah. Um, so that's an important one because it keeps coming up. So anyone else that's guided to do that, again, it doesn't need to be caffeine. It could be like, you know, cutting back on alcohol or whatever else, you know, anything you're addicted to. It can even be sex for some people too. It definitely does come up with some people, I would say, more often than not divine masculines, but I suppose it could happen to a feminine. Oh, no, but it can't happen to a feminine as we're on the divine feminine side because divine feminines get hit with the feels big time. And so divine masculines, but the way in which divine masculines deal with it is very different from divine feminines. Usually it's a bit of getting under someone to get over someone, or at least trying that. Or like more seriously than that, and people, you know, marry other people in that. And but again, that's not actually what I've tend to find is with women that I've helped. It's not in the same way. Like a lot of women I know that got involved with karmic partners, it was actually because they actually mistakenly thought that their twin flame didn't want them and had moved on. It was more about sort of self worth, but it can any and all of that can apply. Just take where it resonates. The answer that you're seeking is love. But you know, even if that does apply. Like the things where, like, if divine masculines are coming from a real place of ego and still fooling around with either lots of different people or in a karmic situation, it's always for their soul's growth and like their soul maturing. And it's always because the divine feminine needs to focus on themselves. Yep. What else do you need to know about that for the feminine? The Great Gathering. It's all coming together. Intuitive hits, soul tribe. Yeah, this is quite interesting because it's like, yeah, I'm getting loads of, I mean, I always do get loads of downloads, but it's like, oh, some of the synchronicities that have happened today are just so funny. I mean, I can't even really, yeah. I mean, it's not, I don't really want to even share them right now, but it's like, I was like, you're fucking kidding me. It was like YouTube showed me something, and I was like, and it's not God, it's not YouTube, it's God, because it was something I was actually thinking about last night. So yeah, I think unless the algorithm's fucking reading their fucking mind now, which I wouldn't put past it, but and it was like I was showing something, and it made me laugh, but I was also like, oh God, like, yeah. Anyway, that's how God speaks to me. Right, masculine energy. Your masculine energy are in a connection. It's both, whichever one you are. The crowning. Initiation, threshold, birth, rebirth, a seat at the table. Yeah, so again, I feel your masculine energy is going through a total rebirth. Again, it's like you're being encouraged to fall down 7, stand up 8 is coming to me. Like that kind of, my Scorpio rising talking there. But it's like that kind of something bad happening, but rising again. You know, that's, you know, for your masculine energy. But that can also be for like a feminine, regardless of gender and connection, and a masculine, like something shaking the masculine up, but it's creating a rebirth and it's an initiation into who they're becoming. But it might be quite an unpleasant experience, like being taken down the wrong route for a while and then being like, hang on a minute, something like that. Doesn't need to be about, like, I do think it is in like romantic things for people, like being taken away from the twin flame, or could be being duped in business and stuff as well. Sunlight, and that is masculine energy, and that's a hard masculine. Dear Archangel Raphael, please help me enjoy the benefits of sunshine in safe and healthy ways. Reading some vitamin D. That actually literally came up with my client yesterday. That's quite funny. What for divine masculine? So again, needing to get some fresh air, whoever you are. Get out in the sun. It's pretty cold here today. Teamwork. We've got love and we've got teamwork. Work with others to make this situation come about. I need to pull the next card to pull that together. Trust the niggle. What is the niggle and feeling trying to tell you? So when this is like a masculine and a connection, it's like, you know, being initiated by a few things that are a bit unpleasant. Again, this might resonate with the women and masculine energy and all that, but again, it's like, yeah, I don't know, it's weird. It's like lately, it feels like they're wanting me to focus on the men here. So don't be surprised if you're one of the women that, you know, always shows up in that, because maybe that you're falling more into your feminine now. So just, yeah, you can let me know. But this is like the masculine awakening. Now, some of them might still be fooling around with other people right now, and they're not quite here yet. But at some point, they're going to want to work with the twin flame. They're going to realize, shit, you've had my back. You're a bit different. You look like a big unicorn, and I'm like cutting about with all the other cats and shit, cats and dogs, and you're like sticking out a bit too much. And I was a bit kind of scared to kind of be associated with you. But now I'm realizing that was a bit shallow to even care, because none of that shit really matters. And actually, I'm a unicorn too. That's funny. And that's what my intuition's been telling me. But I'm a bit worried about the stuff that I'm going to have to talk about. Which is, oh yes, this makes sense, doesn't it? The crumbling. What are you clinging on to? This is divine masculine energies clinging on to their old life. Bothered about money, being too over materialistic, showing off. This is all this is what I'm saying. This is all distorted masculine energy, which everyone can be capable of, but it's kind of just being too in your ego and being attracted to people that build your ego up, but probably talk behind your back. That kind of people. That's no soul family. This is when I said I feel a lot of divine masculines' lives, either they have already fallen to shit and they're in it, and in regret and remorse and all that, or it will happen. So if some masculines tend to, come across this and, you're kind of like, oh, God, I hope that doesn't happen to me, be humble. Yep, because that's you being cracked open, that's your spiritual awakening. Rock bottom, surrender to the alchemy of life. So it's kind of weird because it's like I feel that some masculines will be like, holy shit, Claire, you've just picked up on something I've just clicked with 1144, that I'm a twin flame. I know who my twin flame is, but I got distracted away by other people that aren't that because I was lured in by sex, drugs, and rock and roll, whatever applies. And what do we need to know about that darker stuff? Because I'm just about done with this message. Yep, but that's dead now, or it will be. Like the situations that people were getting pulled into materialistic, it's like, even if it's still going on, I feel if masculines haven't been hit with the divine love, like really full blown, like I need to be in this divine love connection with my twin flame, they will, sooner or later. And I feel some of that might happen. That's Monday, isn't it? Yeah. There's something about the 19th, by the way, because when I was on the train, I kept getting drawn to the train was at 9:36. Of course it was. 9 is endings, 3 and 6 is 9, endings again. But I was being drawn to 9:19, and that would be the 19th of September, which is Monday. So there might be like huge realizations about a situation being dead, like, something that people have been involved with, and it's because they know where the love is, the real love. Right, I mean, Christ, this is making sense, isn't it? It's with Star Family, it's with Soul Family. You're part of a team of souls calling support. Right, so again, just bear in mind that I do feel I'm channeling things. I always channel way in advance. I live in the future, like I always say, so the future timelines. So, and a lot of masculines do not live in the future timelines, actually, and I'm pulling them up.